How's it going, guys? Welcome on back to the channel, and welcome to my first episode of System vs. System. In the late 80s and early 90s, Nintendo and Sega went head-to-head in the infamous console wars. We had NES vs. Master System, Game Boy vs. Game Gear, Super Nintendo vs. Sega Mega Drive. This was a full-blown war, and the battleground was the playground. Now, personally, I was and will forever be a Sega soldier. But I've got to put my bias aside, because in this series, I'm going to be pitting two systems against each other all over again. I'll be taking games that was released on both the NES and the Master System and asking one question: who did it better? Now, I am only going to cover the PAL released games because they were the ones that were released to me. And I've got a grand total of 44 games to revisit. And as you saw in the thumbnail for this episode, things are getting a little bit spooky and a little bit kooky, because this is the Addams Family.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together rookie, the Addams Family.
Each episode will be judged off three categories: graphics, music, and controls. 1 point for each category, so let the war commence. Now, the difference in visuals hits you immediately. And when I say immediately, I mean the first screen, the title screen. On the NES, it's as basic as it gets. It's a gothic font slapped onto a plain black background with a little bit of white text. At least on the Master System, we get some form of style and some form of detail in the ways of a green plaque, which actually has some effort behind it. Now, on the next screen, we get introduced to Gomez as he walks into the courtyard of the Addams house. On the NES, he looks like he's got a severe peanut allergy. This might be one of the laziest character designs I have ever seen, especially for a well-loved character like Gomez. Now, on the Master System, Gomez looks pretty fantastic, especially for an 8-bit game. And don't give me all that NES limitations argument. We've seen the NES pull off some fantastic looking characters. The Master System's Gomez actually gives us a classic comic book style. Well dressed, slick hair, short and chubby. This is Gomez Addams, the classic comic book iteration, dropping nostalgia and abundance. And we're only 2 screens in. Even when you dive into the gameplay, the difference in detail is clear. Just look at this side by side. The sheer amount of visual fidelity on the Master System destroys the NES version. I don't think I need to go any further into this one. There is no contest. The Master System obliterates the NES when it comes to graphics. Now, the music on both versions of the game is extremely limited. I hope you enjoy the Addams Family theme, because on the NES, it never stops. From the opening title screen all the way to the end credits. It's the same off-key, underwater sounding loop. Honestly, it's like listening to the theme through a fish tank. And whilst I'd love to say the Master System does it better, it doesn't. Same brain-numbing loop over and over again. But, and it's a very small but, the Master System does include a few extra tracks. In the crypt, where you get the skeleton key, in the tree where you get Pugsley's egg, and in the forest where you find the wrench. Now these areas, you're only in them for a few seconds. So the music, the new themes, are very subtle and easy to miss, but they are there. I would like to say even the ADDAMS family theme is rememberable, but it's not. So, who is saying wins this round? Well, surprise, because I'm giving it to the NES. And why, I hear you ask? Because the sound of the jump on the Master System is the most obnoxious sound I have ever heard in a video game. On the NES, the jump noise is a soft whoop, whoop. And on the Master System, it's a jarring boing sound that's louder than the actual music, and the jump is constantly in the game. You never stop jumping. Enemies, jump, bong, pit, jump, bong, breathing, bong, probably. Anything you do as jump-wise has got that bong, and it's absolutely relentless. So, despite the NES only having one music track, it wins for not destroying my ears. Now onto the controls, and to be honest, both versions of the game's controls like arse. The NES has a slight delay in the jump, which makes platforming frustrating, especially for those skull hops near the crypt. And that's right at the beginning of the game. And don't get me started on the hitboxes. They feel completely random. Some runs, you can land on enemies just fine, and others, you clip through them like you're a goddamn ghost. If the RNG gods aren't on your side, just reset the game. The test to see what sort of run you're gonna have is them three skulls. If you can hop across them, you've got a good run. If you're going right through them, reset the game. Now, on the Master System, the hitboxes are brutally strict, but at least they're consistent. Every enemy has a sweet spot. Miss it, and your health bar will drain faster than a water in a Swiss cheese cup. Your health bar will deplete and disappear in seconds. So, for this round, and the final round, I'm giving it to the Master System. For the simple fact, broken hitboxes and delays that are straight up trolling you. So, there we have it. Our final verdict is the Master System wins this first episode of System vs. System for ADDAMS family. But only by an ant's dick. And before I wrap it up, I'm going to give you this game a quick rating. I'm going to score it as an overall experience from 1 to 10. 1 being Dr. Jekyll and Alf, and 10 being Batman and Wonder Boy in Dragon's Trap. ADDAMS family for me gets a 3. It's slightly better on the Master System, but still barely playable. So thanks for watching my first episode of System vs. System. If you enjoyed this episode, please drop me a like, consider subscribing for more retro goodness. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.